Good afternoon and warm greetings to you from Washington, D.C. I am so excited to join you all today at Sustainable Tourism Forum 2020. My name is Niki Zoli and I'm the former Director of Social Impact for Marriott International. Today, I'll be talking to you about social impact and ESG and why they matter now more than ever. Let's get started. We'll be covering social impact and ESG, the business case, megatrends, also known as gigatrends, stakeholder engagement, materiality and goal setting, and two programs that I worked on while at Marriott, Nobility of Nature in China and Global Travel and Tourism Partnership. And we'll also have time at the end for questions. Social impact has many definitions. In my opinion, social impact, and the best opinion, because there are many, and some of them are a bit unclear, but I think social impact in the corporate sense is efforts and programs designed to have a positive impact on current and future challenges faced by society. There's also a definition that I like from Kiva, one of my favorite nonprofits. Here they say social impact travel aims to support local economies and make a positive impact in host communities. It centers on discovering local cultures and respecting the cultural, economic, and ecological environment. Social impact is also known as creating shared value, and that these are efforts that have a benefit for both business and society. ESG has also become a popular phrase, especially in the investor world. It stands for environmental, social, and governance. Investors are increasingly applying these non-financial factors as part of their efforts to identify companies' risks and growth opportunities. The 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals also factor into ESG investing considerations and companies' social impact programs. People often ask how sustainability and social impact, or ESG, benefit business. Here are just a few of the reasons that have been cited over the years and that I have experienced personally, including attracting and retaining talent, license to operate, customer loyalty, reducing costs, increasing revenue, product differentiation, so many. Understanding megatrends will help you to see opportunities where others don't. Megatrends, also called gigatrends, are important considerations for any business. My friend and one of my heroes, Andrew Winston, is a consultant and book author in the sustainability space and advises many large businesses, including Marriott. He recently participated in an MIT Sloan webinar to discuss what he says are gigatrends or major trends, some of which may change somewhat given COVID. Here are a few: rising inequality, urbanization, demographic changes, and so on. He also talked about some of the gigatrends that tie to sustainability, such as the climate crisis, lack of or less resources, a shift to more clean technology, Generation Z and their search for more meaning and purpose and greater sustainability, and the demand for much more transparency from companies. By considering these trends, you can better prepare for current and future gigatrend impacts on your business. Stakeholder engagement and mapping, or defining who your stakeholders are, is also a critical social impact tool. This is a map of this exercise that was done by Marriott before we announced our 2025 sustainability and social impact goals. This assessment needs to be an ongoing process. The Marriott case studies that I'll share later will focus on the customer and community aspect of stakeholders. And this is a materiality assessment that was done by Coca-Cola HBC. They're determining what's most material to the business. Coca-Cola, this company also, like others, considers their stakeholders as well as their ESG risks and opportunities when developing their sustainability and social impact programs and goals. As you can see here in this Coca-Cola HBC materiality assessment that considers stakeholder interests here on the y-axis, as well as key ESG issues for the company here on the x-axis, water scarcity is listed as a high priority. In 2004, Coca-Cola famously faced a water shortage in India that forced it to shut down one of its plants. Now, they have invested billions of dollars to reduce water use and improve water quality in the communities in which they operate. And as you can see here, after their stakeholder engagement and materiality assessments, which I'm sure are ongoing and especially being redone in the case after COVID, water reduction and stewardship is a priority and listed in their commitments. So protecting natural resources is important to a lot of companies, including Marriott International. As I mentioned earlier, at Marriott, we considered our stakeholder and business interests too, and prioritize areas of opportunity and risk when we developed our 2025 sustainability and social impact goals. Many of these efforts were in place before these goals were set, such as energy and water reductions. Common sustainability and social impact focus areas for the industry, hospitality industry, include things such as reducing energy and water use, waste, economic empowerment, human rights, responsible sourcing, diversity and inclusion, and many, many others. About 10 years ago, Marriott decided to invest in a freshwater preservation program in Sichuan province, China. Let's watch to learn more.
Well, right now we're standing at about 7,000 feet. This is really the foothills of the Qinghai Tibetan Water Plateau. And this area serves as a water tower for 2 billion people. Most of the major rivers of Asia originate from this plateau.
We are upstream of the water source. As the water flows downstream, it will also nurture many other people. Water is important to everyone's life. We have a responsibility to protect the water source.
I like watching the bees in the hives. They're always busy. Saving the environment is important because the bees need clean water and nature to make honey. Bees are important to my village because bee farming is our way of making a living.
Marriott International and Conservation International helped us to preserve the environment through developing our bee farming industry.
That honey is in turn being shipped to our Marriott and Renaissance and Ritz-Carlton hotels across China, where they are selling it, and in turn that money comes back to the villagers and makes that life that much more sustainable.
They've tripled their income.
Marriott was significantly expanding its presence in the China market nearly 10 years ago. Our marketing team asks that we find a better way to connect with the Chinese consumer. This investment helped to demonstrate the company's concern for the Chinese consumer's interests, including freshwater preservation. A number of teams across Marriott were involved in helping to ensure the success of the program, ranging from social impact and sustainability to engineering, housekeeping, food and beverage, marketing, and many others. The program supported economic empowerment, environmental sustainability, and education efforts. It also helped to significantly boost our reputation in China while building pride for our Chinese associates. As you can see, these efforts are also aligned with a number of the current SDGs. Next, I'd like to share a program that's helping to introduce hundreds of thousands of youth to the travel and tourism sector annually. This program also strongly aligns with SDG 8, decent work and economic growth. The Global Travel and Tourism Partnership, or GTTP, is active in 16 countries, including Russia. In partnership with a number of travel companies, including Starwood Hotels, which later became a part of Marriott, GTTP created the Passport to the World curriculum. It is the official tourism curriculum for a number of countries. And the curriculum is available to participating high schools and universities and is now available online and completely free. Globally in 2019, 710,000 students participated in the GTTP program. And in 2021, they'll be adding 4 additional short course modules to their lineup. This includes things like workforce readiness or soft skills, business for travel and tourism, digital skills for travel and tourism, and sustainable tourism. More than 3 million students have benefited from GTTP to date. As noted earlier, GTTP was originally a Starwood investment, but Marriott saw the value as one of our biggest challenges to hiring globally has been a lack of awareness and understanding of the industry. GTTP helps to build that awareness in some of the largest and fastest growing travel and tourism markets, including Russia. It's a win-win. We build a pipeline of talent while local communities are empowered. And finally, let's talk here about GTTP Russia specifically. It's one of GTTP's most important and active markets. 125,000 Russian students are currently enrolled in the program there. And in 2020, this program trained 201 new teachers from 57 regions across Russia. Approximately 40% of GTTP Russia belongs to disadvantaged families. And the program is run by GTTP Russia Executive Director Nina Kuznetsova, who is pictured there on the bottom right. And she is a very energetic and wonderful person who has been running a wonderful program for a long time. She's also the president of Junior Achievement Russia. She started 2 online programs with GTTP, new ones this year. One was a mentoring marathon that just completed that has a travel and tourism focus and was part of 2020 Global Entrepreneurship Week. 200 students participated in things such as job shadowing, skills coaching, speed networking, and employability skills. The second was an online innovation camp, also recently completed, that focused on new and creative solutions in the hospitality business. The challenge for the students was to focus on strategies and products that address safety concerns amid and post-COVID-19. The winning team suggested a gadget designed to effectively keep physical distancing measures in place for hotel employees and guests. Bravo, Nina. You too can have an impact on the planet and its people, I'm sure of it, no matter how small or large your organization, and it can benefit your business. Sustainability and social impact are more important now than ever. I hope that you'll be inspired by some of these learnings and tools, and I am happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you so much for your attention.